Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, some more surprising than others. For one, we got something that we don't see often on social media platforms like Twitter. Users overwhelmingly came out to shut down a false Eminem narrative, and even the casuals that don't really care or follow Eminem stories on a day-to-day basis look to have had enough of the false narratives. And now this surprise has been described like this. Locals defending Eminem on Twitter didn't know I would live to see this day, and we'll get to more on this in a bit. We'll also have more that point to new music from Dr. Dre, thanks to a latest post from hip-hop legend Grandmaster Flash. And before we dive into the details, don't forget to hit the like button if this is up your street, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll get Dr. Dre's story out of the way first. There's been several teases from late last year to this point about a new Dre album, and we got another one thanks to a post by one of hip-hop's pioneering DJ Grandmaster Flash. He shared this on IG with the caption that points to the project that other sources have talked about these past few months, here in LA doing the Disco Oasis with Nile Rodgers tonight. I get a call from one of my heroes, he invites me to the crib, he takes me down to the studio, he played me a project that will change the game. Totally incredible. We top of the day for 2 hours talking about music, family, health, and life. Thanks for the invite, Dr. Dre. It didn't take long for this to get around, and on Reddit for instance, opinions are split on whose project was played. A thread states, presumably a Dre album has been confirmed here, but some have other ideas on what this is about. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a Dre album though. On this thought, another adds, maybe Kendrick new album? And Dre's track record is the reason for this, just as this user puts it. Been waiting for 22 years, Compton doesn't count. And what I'll describe as the speculationception continues, since rumors for Dre, Eminem and Kendrick are on concurrently. And they've been reports of them in the same location these past few weeks. First, it was the rumors that Eminem and Kendrick were spotted at Universal Music office in LA. Many doubted this with comments like Eminem won't leave Detroit for a meeting, but Eminem's location was confirmed after he was pictured with Dre, the DOC and his daughter in LA shortly after. So right now we are almost certain something's in the final stages of testing in the Aftermath facility, but the question remains, who's dropping first? Eminem, Dr. Dre, or Kendrick Lamar, or perhaps all on the same project? Moving on to the next topic, DaBaby's drama has been the main story these past few days in hip-hop, and the cancellation train continues to move at full speed. DaBaby got dropped by Boohoo, Lollapalooza, was recently kicked off Day in Vegas, the Governor's Ball, moves that some have now described as going too far. And in the quest to stress this point, one take has raised more than some eyebrows and caught the attention of those who you don't expect to come to Eminem's defense. The post goes, what DaBaby said was wrong, but now MF's doing way too much. I ain't never seen Eminem get repercussions, and he's been blatantly offensive since the early 2000s. And if you thought the ignorance stopped there, you're mistaken. The answer is because he's white, and I don't care about progressiveness or what era we are in. The inconsistency is still there. He's still the top 5 most paid rappers, and it's 2021, which means whatever repercussions he did have clearly didn't do anything. The rate of ignorance in this post woke the casuals, and even those who don't necessarily care for Eminem, and the ratio started pouring in. A user response, say you don't know hip-hop history without saying you don't know hip-hop history. And some users took this to the next level. This tweet couldn't hit water if it fell out of a boat. Perhaps the ignorance comes with age, hence this. So basically, you were born in 99 and have no actual knowledge of the never-ending storm Eminem got 24/7 in the 2000s. There's no inconsistency. Stop trying to make excuses for this man, lol. The truth of the matter is, in the 2000s, most mainstream rappers had in quotes offensive lyrics, but Eminem was the only one picked on by the mainstream because he was the biggest at that time. Lyrics from Jay-Z, DMX, Wayne, but nope, the media was all out to get Eminem along with groups and politicians. Check this out. A simple Google search would have saved you tweeting this mess. Eminem targeted at Senate hearing, and thousands had enough, and others stated. Congress blamed him for Columbine. And this user expanded with Eminem lyrics. Have you ever been hated or discriminated against? I have. I've been protested and demonstrated against. Picket signs for my wicked rhymes, look at the times. Probably the only white man who can say this and it be true. And that take got everyone riled up. Were they even alive then? Was this person around during the TRL days? On this ignorance another expands. These are kids talking on stuff they weren't around for, laughing emojis. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know this next tweet sums it up. Whenever someone is getting cancelled, I always know a tweet like this is coming, laughing emoji. And what's more surprising is the jump to conclusions. We still don't know the long-term impact this will have on Dababy's career, and it all depends on his core fanbase. He's apologized again on IG, and if his fanbase is legit, just like in Eminem's case, they will save his career regardless of what the mainstream says about him moving forward. But some have gone viral with points like, Dababy grossly overestimated his star power, you have no classic work, you're not Kanye West, they can literally replace you with Roddy Ricch at every show you got booked and nobody gonna notice, lol. And like I said before, we'll have to see what happens in the long term to Dababy before we can accurately point out the effects of this cancellation. And on a side note, the memes have started pouring in for Dababy and Lil Nas X to perform at the next VMAs like Eminem and Elton John did, and this one got Frederick's attention. That will be all. Share your thoughts below and see you on the next one.